Hello, everybody. My name is 007. Right over here, you have the host for
Blackman 42.
what's supposed to be Fool's Journey, and I couldn't get it to work there, so instead we're doing it here on a gaming channel because why not?
Hey!
Because gaming is totally news and politics.
Yes, it is. Hey, you can drink coffee during games, you know.
Yeah, true. I just realized I never grabbed a drink.
Well, go grab your drink. They'll wait patiently.
Oh, probably.
I sit here and sing and dance. No, scary. He left me all scary. I'm all by my little self. With the dog sitting outside waiting for me, going, "Dad, will you let me in? Dad, will you let me in? Dad, will you let me in?" Hi, how you doing, pups? Coming in? Come on, talking to the dog. Come on, Ash. Come on.
And I am back with some more news about.
No news is good
Yes.
news.
I should probably get the headset on.
Like I said, no news is good news from the fools.
I have no idea how good this mic audio is. I mean, it looks like it's good on OBS, and your audio looks like it's good on OBS, but I honestly have no idea.
We'll find out when we get there. With all the technical difficulties we've been having, I mean, come
Let me check real fast, and hopefully I don't bust out my eardrums.
on. Or you wait patiently. We're gonna have you in here all the time.
What, did you get bored?
Who, me?
I just hear you just, I'm here all by my little self.
Why one? I got 1 week. What? What? Got a vicious dog chewing on my finger.
Uh,
So you're so
Yay!
vicious. You're so.
So I think it's good. I
I don't
think.
know. Yeah, but no, it's sort of wrong.
Anyway, today's topic, which again was supposed to be on the Fool's Journey, I have no idea why that's not working. Next one definitely will be on Fool's Journey. There will just be an edited version
Really?
of this one on Fool's Journey. So this topic will be about the wars happening overseas. I have no idea what he's doing.
I'm gonna let the dog out.
Oh. And so, as said, the today's video will be about the wars overseas. And before I get asked in chat, yes, I did change the arrangement of my room.
We didn't. It just looks the same.
And yes, there is a door
That's not a door. That's an
and a
exit.
dragon.
Well, it's protecting the exit.
I should probably keep that stuff hidden. Do you want me to show you
At
why?
least, at least you got a dryer in the background, a dresser, and a water tank. Come on.
Yeah, true. Speaking of, do you want me to fix that for you to where it's blurred? To be honest, I swear this is gonna be less about the freaking topic at hand and more just us talking.
Well, basically, that's how a conversation starts about anything. Two things in this world that I have learned that you do not have a conversation about: politics and money.
Well, I think we're already kind of screwing up on that politics one.
Yeah, it happens. Because
Unless,
when you talk, like you said, when you talk about politics in this nature, and people are already upset because these atrocities going on in war, but they don't realize the sheer fact that, like I've been telling you, no matter what fight you're in, war or no war, straight right out, two people get hurt, and it doesn't matter which way you look at it. One side gets hurt, and so does the other. I mean, let's take Ukraine for instance. Putin wanted Ukraine to be part of Russia. So he, for whatever mad idea he had, he decided to go after it. Heck,
I mean, yeah,
I was
you're
even,
not wrong.
I mean, I was even thinking about going over and, well, I can't say that online. I might get in trouble.
Dad, I'm pretty sure I talked about a lot worse things on this YouTube channel.
Oh, you don't know the atrocities that run in my mind.
Oh, I
To be
don't, but
French.
I'm pretty sure you can at least know what should be said sometimes and what shouldn't. Better than I do, anyway.
Just remember, I'm a fool.
We both are. In fact, all four of us are, just two of them aren't here.
Oh yeah, but like I said, no matter what you look at, and no matter how you look at it, it's idiosyncrasies. One person can't get along with this person, and this person doesn't like what this person says, which starts a fight. And the idiots get together and say, "Oh, okay, I don't like you. I don't like you. So let's build up our armies and shoot and kill one another." You know?
Yeah, that's definitely one way to word it.
I mean, like I told you, even without being on this channel, right? I came right out and told you, if you get punched in the eye, you're going to defend yourself. You're going to swing back. And that's what happened on both sides. Somebody swung and they swung back. I mean, you have people that were backing the Ukraine going, hey, hey, they're doing right. They're doing right. They're doing great. But when, yeah, how do you say that name? Hamas came in and hit Israel, everybody's going, oh, they're doing more atrocities. You have no idea about what goes on in war. I mean, you really don't. Even I don't. And I've talked to several Vietnam vets. I've had conversations with World War II vets, and hearing the atrocities and the things that they seen and the things that they did was a little harsh for me to understand. It really was. It made it really hard.
By the way, Dad, just let you know, if you see me take a quick glance to my right, it's just because I'm looking at the live chat.
No, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. I hope people chime in and, have the conversation with us, because that's what I want. I want people to understand that this is a platform to where you can speak your mind, but
Just gotta be
respect,
careful how you do it.
like I said, respect us and understand that we will respect you for what you believe, and it doesn't matter what it is. what side you're on. You have to be respectful for another person's beliefs. You know, but like I said, what's your take on everything that's going on?
Like in Ukraine, you mean?
Yeah.
To be honest, I kind of see why both sides do what they did after doing some research into it, but it still doesn't necessarily make sense to me how exactly it started. Because according to the research I did, it started off just everybody getting prepared. And then it looks like Russia and Ukraine just kind of signed some sort of like peace treaty or something. And then all of a sudden, Russia just said, "You peace treaty," and
Well, how to get into that? I mean, peace treaties are just a piece of paper. People are going to do what they do, no matter what you say, no matter what you're going to do. And a piece of proclamation or a piece of paper are not going to stop them from going and doing what they want to do. It's a proven fact. I've seen it time and time again in my life. But like I said, it's maddening in a way that why can't we all get along? And it's sad because of all the innocent people that are in the way of war. You know, and no matter what you do, war, innocent people are going to get hurt. You know what I mean?
yeah, part of the research that I was doing, it said that in 2015 of February, France, Germany, Russia, and Ukraine attempted to kickstart negotiations to to bring an end to the violence, and that they just made an agreement to cease fire and withdraw all the heavy weapons. And then I think it was 2021. That's whenever Russia just pretty much slammed into Ukraine territory.
Well, you look at who's in power, and he pretty much stated more than once that he wants, as they call over their mother Russia, to be whole again. And like I said, at one time Ukraine was part of Russia, and Russia could use the seaports that they have to get product out and all this and all that without having to pay tariffs and this and that and this just across another country.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of people don't know that part of Russia, if you go over far enough, is around China. I mean, it's that big of an area, and
Mm-hmm.
not a lot of places exist over there. I mean, you'd think that it'd be like the United States, and technically it's not.
I
But
mean, yeah,
like I
it's on
said,
the other half of the world.
I understand what you're saying, but look how the United States is. It's broke up into different states.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at it that way, if we weren't united, we'd all be different countries, and one country would tariff this country for traveling through their area. You know, it gets complicated and everything else.
The way of power in the United States is kind of confusing, though, because it's like one little area, and then the city of that area, and then what is it, like next township?
Are you going down the road?
Going from like the smallest thing to the biggest thing.
Well, the smallest thing to the biggest would be along the lines of township, city government, state, along that line. But we are getting off the topic.
Yeah, true.
Like I said, I want to hear more of what you have to say. What's going over, and yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Iran.
not ready to say Iraq.
Oh, Iran.
hmm
Yes, because Ukraine is totally Iraq.
hmm Yep. This is the line of death. You do not cross it. No, this is the line of death. Don't cross it. No, no, no. This is the line of death. Don't cross it. You knock on my door, I don't come out. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, the Ukraine thing is more probably the want to control over the sheer fact of wanting to just destroy one another.
I kind of
But
figured, like Russia wants control of Ukraine, and Ukraine is just like, hey, I don't want that, so I'm gonna fight for my country.
yeah, well, you're smart too. But like I said, what it gets me that people it didn't sit back and go, "Oh, the Ukraine," No, it's not like that. You get punched in the eye, you're gonna swing back.
Hmm.
Even as a some pacifists won't, but that's besides the point. They don't believe in fighting. But yeah, well, why don't we move on? We've pretty much covered Ukraine. So do you want to move on to
Israel?
the Israel thing?
Israel, you're gonna have to talk more about because I didn't really find very much about it.
Well, in order to find information about it, like I said, this was said to. This is a lesson I learned from a person who is across seas. And if you want to find out what's going on in another country, watch their news.
I would if I knew how.
Well, why do you think I listen? I go to Skynet because it pretty much covers England, what's going on in the world, finance, weather. It covers pretty much everything.
Hmm.
Now, like I said, with the thing with Israel, I mean, Hamas is a terrorist group, no matter which way you look at it.
Yeah.
Their job is to come in, create fear, cause havoc, and try to have people change by force. Yeah, that will work.
Just
But
like it did here in the US.
yeah, like I said, by force is not the way to do it. Having conversation, trying to understand each other's side, that's communication. That's what you want. But
Hmm.
no, you have somebody come in and do the atrocities that they did, and then they, how to say, they get upset when they're getting their butts kicked, and
Yeah.
they worse than cry. And then knowing terrorists, because I'm like I said, I'm 52 some years old. I have
52
seen,
some.
yeah, 52 some. Uh, uh,
I think you
don't
meant to say
don't need to
50
count.
some.
Yeah, you know what I meant. But like I said, I've seen all forms of tyrants. I have seen Libya do their thing. I have seen Iran, Iraq,
Iraq?
Kuwait. I've seen it all. What?
You said
Iran
Iraq.
and Iraq? Yeah, Iraq.
You mean Iraq?
Kind of weird over there. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm a rock and roll man. I see what I call it as I see it. But I've seen these terrorist organizations work. And the one thing they want most of all is money. Okay? The U.S. has a policy that they haven't been following.
And
We
that
do not
is...
give in to terrorist demands. We don't. That's not what we're about.
Wait, how are we not following that?
Well, they're giving them like 60 million or $6 million. You know,
I
and
didn't see anything about that. I'm not gonna lie.
oh, trust me. You pick up these little tidbits here and there and there and here if you pay somewhat of attention. Not saying
They,
that you don't. It's just that you don't keep an eye on the world around you like I do.
I mean, yeah, we do all interpret the world differently.
Yeah, I can't ask for more than that. I mean, I've always taught you to be self-independent and use your own mind and do your own thing, like
Hmm.
every parent should, because you do not want your child to be like you. You have to teach them different. But that being said, you have Hamas over there teaching the children in Gaza that it's okay to hate. It's good to hate because these people do not believe like we do. They must be destroyed. You don't teach that. You teach them to be better people.
I mean, yeah, it is okay to not like somebody, but if you would like try to teach them how to like destroy and kill people, and yes, YouTube, I just don't care. Um, if you tell them how to like kill people and stuff, that's just kind of messed up.
Well, it's the same indoctrination that the Nazis did.
I don't really
By the
know
way, can I
much
be
about that.
seen?
Huh?
Can I be seen? Am I clear enough to be seen? Or do I need to hit
A little bit, but you are a little dark.
You want me to hit a light so I can be
That one's
sharply
up to
seen?
you.
Get ready, everybody. We're gonna go blind. But
It
like I
literally
said,
looks like on this side of it, whenever on your side, it literally looks like a freaking acid trip. As if I like how I'm saying that as if I know what that's like.
you got a good imagination. But like I said, I mean, the Nazis did that. They had the Nazi program over there for the Nazi youth, is what it is. Then when the Third Reich was destroyed, and some of them started flooding over here. And yes, I agree that a lot of them went to South America to escape the war crimes that they did.
Probably didn't really work that well.
And some of them got caught, a lot of them didn't. But like I said, you're sitting there and you start hearing about these hate groups. I mean, when I was younger, you had the Klan, or better known as the Ku Klux Klan.
Hmm.
You had the neo Nazis.
Neo
You
Nazis?
had the punks. Yeah, they're a group that was indoctrinated by the Semitism of being Nazism, hating Jews, hating blacks, and it
Hmm.
all correlated with it. And then you had on the other side the Black Panthers, who were fighting all of that. And instead of how am I going to put this? Instead of sitting down and trying to see other sides, okay, they would rather sit back and fight amongst one another, killing one another, this and that. It's all along the same damn lines.
Well, history. You might not like the way I word this, but history will be repeated no matter like because nobody cares to try to follow the history, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, history is doomed to repeat itself if you're not paying attention. The reason why I look at you and I say, know your past so you know your future. Know what went wrong in your past.
And try to
Learn from
correct
it.
it in the future.
Try to correct it in the future. I mean, it's the only way to look at it. I mean, but this Hamas thing and Israel and Hezbollah, and that has been going on over in the Middle East since I was a kid. And we're talking quite a few years, centuries, eons ago.
Centuries?
Yeah,
Wait.
centuries. Yes, I'm a vampire. Blah, blah, blah.
I think you meant to say decades.
Yeah, that's what maybe I meant to say. But you you see this over and over and over again. But nobody wants to correct it. Nobody wants to sit down and say, okay, leave me understand why you believe in God the way you do. Don't judge a man by how he believes in God or how he sees something, whatever it is. You see it differently, but try to understand why he sees it the way he does see it. Don't automatically come out and just judge somebody, you know? Here I
Don't
go talking
force
like,
them to believe what. Don't try to force somebody to believe what you believe, if that makes any sense.
yeah, but you also have to understand why they believe what they believe. I mean, everybody says, walk a mile in my shoes. You know? I look at people and say, spend 10 minutes in my head. You will see some things in there that you don't want to see. But like I said, I have been from a lot of bad places that I should have never been in. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, over there, they need to sit down and try to understand one another. But when you are a terrorist and you seek terror and fear and domination, that's all you're going to think. That's all you're going to do is want to do this because that's what you've been taught. Like I said, you look at the Klan, they were taught to hate other races because they were superior. Same with the neo Nazis. They were taught to hate because they're superior to other races. They want to be, what is it? The um, perfect race, which in Hitler's eyes, which was taught to them by what Hitler said, straight right out. Blonde hair, blue eyes, the Aryan race. That's the way it should be. That's the way everybody should look. How boring would that be? You know?
Honestly, yeah, that would be pretty. Everybody would just look the same, and you would just be sitting there, just like, man, why does everybody look the same? I just don't get it, and it would never really properly make sense to anybody. What happened? Well, what would have happened if the Nazis got their way instead of us
Then would have been
getting
fatherland.
our way, if that makes any sense?
Oh, I understand, but like I said, then it would be the fatherland. That's another story. Like I said, when you base your life off of terror and destruction and things of that nature, that's going to be in your head because that's all you know. I mean, I don't know how many times I have looked at you and said, yeah, it's okay to be in a box, but pop your head out over the walls. See what's going on. You know, don't just live with blinders on. Look around you, see the world. I mean, I can't put it any more than that. And that's for any you are on this. If you're stuck in one thinking mode, that's what you're going to think. You need to poke your head up out of the box, look around, see what's going on in the world. And people look at me when I say this and kind of smirk and laugh. It takes one person to change somebody else's mind.
Yeah.
I know I've been doing a lot of talking on this. I mean, I'm
Well,
just
because that's mainly because you know more about what's going on around the world than I do. Because
well,
for
you
some
pretty much
reason,
keep
I
your head. Yeah,
for some reason I like try to focus my mind on like one or two things and like try to pretty much just keep it in my head and so that I hopefully keyword will remember to get it done while you just kind of I don't want to say go with the flow, but
I do a 360. I look all around
yeah.
me. Like I said, I was taught that from a young age, and like I said, I don't want to be the victim. I want to be on the side of right. Does that always happen? No. Tasty, huh?
Lodged down my throat weirdly.
Oh, a square? But
Yeah.
like I said, I mean, I know everybody wants to be on the side right. Everybody's going to think their side is right. You know, you you can't think that. You have to look at other people's points of view. You can't sit back and go, well, this is the way I think, this is the way everybody thinks. No, it's not. I mean, one of my favorite lines from a song from a band called this is probably gonna throw you. The Butthole Surfers. Yeah, the Butthole Surfers had a song called Pepper. And there's a line in it that goes, cinnamon and sugar, softly spoken lies. You'll never know just how you look through other people's eyes. Plain and simple. People are going to see you different. People are going to see you crazy as a loon, uh, a angry man all the time, a sad person. You know,
It
you
sounds a
don't know
lot like
how they're going to look at you. And like I said, it goes all the way back to, like I said, forcing people to eat. What's the word? Information that makes them think that way. You can't do it. You have to leave the newer generation think for themselves.
it kind of sounds like what your other son, I won't reveal names here, said for his quote in the yearbook to where he said something like nobody cares what your outward appearance is, they care about what's going on up here. It said something like that. I don't know exactly what it said, but I know it was something about not caring about outward appearance.
Okay, basically what he was saying is don't judge a book by its cover. If you understand that
Yeah.
faction, well, it would be a faction, would be saying. I mean, but you have so many people that, like I said, like the terrorists, they keep their books shut, and ones they don't like, or the ones that don't agree with how they look at it, they just toss away. You don't toss away those books because there's information in there that you might need in your future. I mean, how to throw it in there. Um, Lost my train of thought. Jump tracks. But you understand what I'm saying, and I hope the viewers of this these conversations will understand that you have to come to the party as with an open mind. Mm, yeah, sometimes, hey, I admit, I get judgy.
Don't we all?
It happens. You're human.
But yeah, that's just kind of part of life.
But to make yourself better, you try to keep those that stuff out of your life. You try to cut it, you know, at, try to cut the snake off at the head, so that you have an understanding of what's going on, who's doing what. I mean, you're the younger generation, like your generation,
Hmm.
they they kind of like hide themselves away with their computers and things like that. When I was growing up, I didn't have that stuff. I grew up a poor kid, pretty much. And the only thing we had was bicycles outside and some of the toys that we had, and we all played together.
Thing
And if we
is, though,
didn't like each other, but
I'll let you finish first.
well, if back then, when you were a kid, if you got into a fight, you beat each other up, and that was the end of it. And went back to being friends. I mean, it sounds stupid, but it's true.
Thing is, though, I feel like that the younger generation, so people like me, I know I definitely do this. I mainly like staying inside because like comfort of like family being nearby, like like not feeling like somebody's gonna hurt me like as much and stuff like that. And so whenever it comes to us staying inside and like pretty much just staying in front of a computer and stuff, it comes down to the bare minimum of that's just where we feel the safest at, because again, like I said, the like you're really close to your parents, and if something was to go wrong, you could just go over and
Yeah,
yeah.
but here's the thing. We're not going to be here for the rest of your life, and you have to prepare for that. I mean, I wish I could stay here and be by your side and help you with everything and anything that I can. I mean, that's part of being a father, you know?
Actually, no,
Dads,
in this scenario, I don't.
yeah, well, dads are the kind of guys, well, most of them are. There's a difference between
A
dads
dad and a
and
father.
fathers. Anybody can be a father. It takes a man to be a dad. And like I said, you teach your children differently from you. You try to teach them not to hate. You try to teach them that you should look at other people's opinions before you even sit back and jump and say, "Oh, you're wrong." You have to sit back and think about that. I mean, like you said, that's what's going on over there. Two factions don't like each other, so their heads are colliding, and there's death, destruction, innocent people getting hurt. It get just it's it's just part of life, but it's just not right. No matter which way you look at it.
Thing is, though, I feel like no matter how hard you try to push that into a child's head, like no matter what, it will still happen because it's just kind of normal in life to quote judge a book by its cover. But I've been trying my best not to do that, but every once in a while it still happens with me.
Well, that's being human.
Yeah.
That's curses of being human. And like I said, You try to teach a child differently than what you were brought up with. You don't fill their head with garbage, the kid won't be garbage. You give him, when he does good, you say, hey, you're doing great. Continue. I want to see you do. I mean, look at what I told you guys when you started school. I don't care if you're an A student. I don't care if you're a B student. All I want to see you do is what?
Pass.
That's all I want. And you guys have surpassed me in many ways. And it makes me very proud to see that. But like I said, I tried not to fill your head with garbage. All right?
Mm-hmm.
I tried to have you be you, but also try to give you the best information that I can, that I see. Yeah, the three of us have graveyard humor. Some very dark jokes.
Unfortunately.
Well, that comes from having me as a father.
It,
But
it also just kind of seems like it comes to with just living, because I know a lot of people who just like they say they don't, and then they throw something out of the park that really hits it, and you're just like trying not to
yeah,
laugh because it shouldn't be funny, but
he
it
laughed at.
is.
I've been there. I've been there. But like I said, if you fill yourself with trash, you're going to end up being what you fill yourself up with. You know, if that's the way you think, that's what's going to happen. But if you choose to change that and think other ways instead of, oh, okay, this person's always wrong and I'm always right. Hey, I'm guilty of that.
Agreed.
I try not to, but it still happens no matter what I do, because I'm an old dog and it's hard to teach me new tricks. Even though, well, you've taught me some and I'm still trying to figure most of it out. You have a puzzled look on your face.
That one has me lost.
Teach a dog, you can't teach a dog new tricks because they've probably already seen it and done it. Now, with this technological information world, yeah, I know a little, but you've taught me a lot more. So has Marty. And then when I get confused and holler for you guys get mad at me. Ooh.
Thing is, though, like I know for a fact that I do this as well, but it's because of the fact that you ask this like how to do the exact same thing like 50, 60 times. But like I said, I'm guilty of this as well.
It happened. Like I said, it's just being human. I mean, the human condition it's flawed.
I don't know if
So
that's an unfortunate thing though or not.
I mean, like I said, I'm not. I can see why these wars happen. Okay, I can see why both of them happen. I really can. There's no other way to look around it or about it. Okay, somebody decided to get uppity, stepped up to the plate, and got slapped. That's
That's one way to word it.
like you said. It's just that simple. Two factions that can't see eye to eye, butting heads.
Mm-hmm.
And then the worst thing it can be over is religion. Religion. It, like I said, it just well, sometimes it's religion, other times it's politics. Because one country doesn't like what their president says, so they're going to say we're going to war. I mean, come on, we've already sent what 60 million, no 60,000 troops over to Israel.
Oh
This
wait, so
would
we're
be-
so we're technically fighting in both wars without.
we're not in both wars. The UN has the other one. We were just supplying them with certain things that they needed so that they could defend themselves.
So we're just technically like supplying both, like for both wars.
Well, we have feet on the ground in where it is, not Saudi Arabia. One of the Middle Eastern countries. We already have feet on the ground because of what's going on in Gaza, as we're backing Israel. All right.
Mhm.
Well, the reason we have troops on the ground is I think it's Palestine, whichever one it is, however you say it. Hezbollah stated that if they go in and do what they're going to do in Gaza, they're going to come over and they're going to attack Israel too. You know, and right there is another terrorist group.
Mhm.
Terrorists that their religion is right, everybody's wrong.
It seems like there's a
It,
lot of those.
it's just it's just stupid. I mean, believe how you want to believe. That's why I like it over here. That's why I like it in the U.S. I can say and I can do pretty much without breaking laws. Hold on.
Thing is, though, there's quite literally. I know this is completely off topic all of a sudden, but there's freedom of speech, but like you can't really push it too far because then it just becomes hate speech.
You have, yeah, like I said, you have to watch what you're saying. Okay, just like I said before, if you teach hate, you're going to get hate. You know, it's no more. It's no more, no less than that. I
Makes
mean, like I
sense.
said, I like it over here. One, I can speak my mind. Two, I have the right to bear arms. I'll pull up my sleeves if you want me to. But I have the right to bear arms, the Second Amendment. But the one thing you got to remember, without the second, you don't have the first. And without the first, you
You
don't
don't
have
have the
anything.
second.
And you go over to Israel. Yeah, they have some freedoms, not like we have over here. Hezbollah, pretty much, you do something wrong, you get beat in the street with a cane. I mean, it's just not right. And then you got these people over here that are saying, "Oh, Israel's doing this and doing that and doing this, and we're backing Hezbollah." And all. They're not seeing the whole picture. I mean, come on. If you can't see the whole picture and you jump to conclusion, or as I say it, and YouTube's not going to like what I have to say,
I could care less.
if you assume you make an ass out of me and you, assume. Like I said, there's no other way to look at it. I'm hearing voices.
It's
Well,
probably mother.
they're right next door, so
Oh,
talking back.
so okay.
Yeah.
I that way, you that way.
Yeah. Joe that way. Mm.
And then we got some random guy in the middle.
Oh, he's random. There ain't no question
Quite
about that.
literally too
He's
sometimes.
random. Mm. And I'm just a fuzzy man.
What?
I'm just a fuzzy man. Look at me. Love, love. I'd show you some more love, but that wouldn't be allowed. Like I said, you have in everything, you have to try to understand why they think that. I mean, what's one thing I told you about when you leave a store and you cash out the cashier? What's one thing I always tell you?
Honestly, I forget.
Leave them laughing, make them smile, make their day better. And you know, there's people that say, "Oh, he's always mean." You know,
Yeah.
you don't know what kind of day he's having. You don't know what life he's leading. You don't know the troubles he has. Instead of passing judgment, look, try to understand, be a better person, be the bigger person, step up to the plate, show everybody, hey, this is how I see it, but I'm willing to hear your side. I mean, there's not much more than that. I mean, we've been around the horn of this spectrum for how long? We talk a little bit here, we talk a little bit here, we talk a little bit here, then we right back around and talk about the same damn thing that we talked about before. But this is what this is about, a conversation. So, how many other fools are listening to us?
So far in chat, there's none, but I don't know.
Yeah,
But
we'll find
honestly,
out.
for my channel, that one does kind of make sense because my channel is not the most popular of them.
Well, could be worse. What, I mean,
Yeah, true.
at least you're doing something that some people just don't do. They say they're going to do it, but you do it. We've been saying how long we wanted to do this.
I want
We've
to
been
say that
saying
was
it
ever
for.
since like 2021.
Mm-hmm. We just
And
finally got
I
around.
remember saying that I wanted to do this whenever I was at 8 or 9, and you guys told me that I should probably wait a little longer. And then I kept begging whenever I was 10. And then that's how this was made. And yes, guys, I did make this YouTube channel whenever I was 10. I think I was
But
literally
did we?
10. I think I was literally 10. Yeah, I was 10 and a little under a month.
Well, like I said, we didn't stop you. We just made sure you were doing the right content. I mean, this channel may not go anywhere. I could care less, but I get a chance to speak my mind, have other people react to it.
Thing
You
is,
know,
though, anymore, once, like, say that you are going for money on YouTube. Not, this is completely off topic again. Quite literally, at first you would notice that people focus on subscribers, that way they can reach high enough to reach monetization. And then after that, they don't care about subscribers at all, because after that, views is how you get money.
yeah.
Subscribers doesn't really do very much. It's all about the views. And I think I made it obvious with everything that I've been doing that I don't care. I don't care about subscribers, views. I just want people to have a laugh.
Hey, like I said, make somebody else's day better. Don't be don't be the guy that pushes. Oh, I don't like that. So you shouldn't like it either. No, you can't do that. It's just not right. It, see, you know my story. I've never hid it from you. You know everything I've
Mhm.
ever done. And one consistent thing I try to do is try to make myself a better person each day. Does it work? Not always, but I try. And trying to do something like that is tough,
But it's
especially when
better
you're at
than
my age and you're stuck in your ways.
not trying at all.
And I know some people who won't try at all, who just sit there and go, "Oh, it's just the way it is." You can't think like that. There's always something better. There's always some silver lining somewhere. There's always some rainbow in the dark that you haven't seen yet. Yes, that was a reference to Dio.
I didn't even notice it at first, I'm not gonna lie.
Like I said, you just have you just have to be you and be understanding. And a lot of people don't know how to be understanding. I mean, my whole life, I've been pushed around, I've been beat around, I've been thrown to the side, I've been used. You know, I don't know anybody who, at my age, who has had stupid shit like that happen to them. But that's part of growing up. You learn from those mistakes. You don't become a mistake. You learn from them. You put it in your future, and then you proceed on through the world.
Hmm.
Anything you, from your gasping, gaping mind of illiteracy?
How dare you call me illiterate?
Okay, you illiterate prick.
But to be honest, I really feel like we just hit all the key points right there.
Well, hey, however you want to see it. I mean, you know me, I can sit here and go on and on and on and on and on and on and then repeat myself 6 times and go on and on and on and on.
About
Because I
different
want people,
topics, but I could probably do the same as well.
like I said, I hope people take this information and learn from it.
And use it wisely.
Oh yes, you have. If you don't have the wisdom to use it, find somebody who does to teach you.
Which you won't be able to find here, I don't think.
I don't know.
It all just kind of depends on what we talk about, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know me. You know how it goes. I mean, how many kids have we collected throughout our life, throughout mine and your mom's marriage? Quite a few.
I mean, yeah, there has been a lot.
And I have always stepped up and looked at them and said, you know, try to make yourself a better person. I try to do that every day. And yeah, it's going to be tough. You're going to want to swing back and hit that. But you also got to try to understand what kind of day he's having. I mean, right now, people over in Israel and Gaza, they're having a really bad day. You think you got it tough? You go through a war zone. Then we'll talk.
You're speaking as if you would know what that's like,
Well,
but I don't know if you ever have.
oh, I've never been through a war, but my point being, you really think you're having a bad day? Think what those people are going through. They have bombs going off around them, shrapnel flying. They're not allowed to leave because they're being used as human shields to protect the terrorist from whatever's going on. Because The people are coming in to just take out your organization. You know, you don't. I mean, like I said, I do not know. I have never been in a war zone. I have been shot at on multiple occasions. Not fun. But like I said, you have people that will sit over here and cry because they spilt milk.
There's no point of over crying about spilt milk.
Yeah, but you got to watch the Skittles.
I need some Skittles, but I didn't want to pay for them. So I went to the store and got some. And he told me, and a guy walked up to me and said, "Put that back." And he grabbed my arm, and I looked at him and said, "Don't touch me."
Okay.
But you've never seen that on TikTok?
That I didn't expect.
You never seen that on TikTok?
But like I said, it's just like I said, I don't like war. I don't want to approve of it. I don't want to see any of my kids go to war. But such is life. Such is the human condition. If somebody's not going to like what somebody says, and a conflict's going to start. It's just when you get to my age, you learn a few things. You just go, sometimes, some days, why? And you look back on your life and you look at all the wars and everything that's going on, and you just look at yourself and go, why? It just doesn't make sense. But at the time when you were young, hey, we're the right ones. We're always in the right. We're da 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 da. You know, because you don't sometimes think when you're young. I mean, my mom taught me how to be self-sufficient. Think for myself, do for myself. Well, sometimes I get caught up in the sheer fact of getting caught up in the situation and not thinking for myself, having the emotion roll me over the thought process that should be going on in the head. But like I said, it happens. Anything from the peanut gallery?
I'm sorry, did you just call me a peanut growlery? Yep.
Oh, sometimes your speech impediments make me laugh. Yes, I called you a peanut gallery.
I don't know if I deserve to speak more speak any more about the specific.
Like I said, slow down your mind.
But I don't want to.
Whatever you say, stutters. I mean, yeah, like I said, I called you a peanut gallery. Me over here, I'm a can of mixed nuts.
I didn't know you. I can't say that. That's one of the things on YouTube that I refuse to say. And
monkey lover? Is that what you're afraid to say?
no.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I would like to see the whole conflict over. I really would, but it's going to go on as long as it's going to go on.
And there's really nothing that we can do to fix that.
Well, the government can try to step in and try to create peace, but you're
How
not.
much do you, how well do you think that one's gonna work, though?
You can't You can't. This is gonna come out really wrong. You can't teach stupid. They want to be dumb and think that they're they're on the right side of God. Then that's the way they're going to think, and you ain't going to change it. No matter how many peace treaties you throw together, no matter how many governments step in and say, "Hey, come on, let's stop and think. Let's not fight." But I've never known a government that went, "Hey, let's go do this for free."
Yeah.
Right there's a lesson, kids. But eh, you get so old and you just get to the point where you just want kids off your lawn and your lawn being mowed.
How would that one work?
Oh, you've never ran into those old guys that looked at you and say, "Get off my lawn."
I have, but
Hey, I ran into somebody who used to yell at me for bending their grass.
I could just, I don't know why, but I could just imagine you, like, being a teen, him saying that, and you just crouch down, grab a piece of grass, and just.
No, actually, when they said that, it awestruck me. It just hit me right in the face. I went like, "Huh?" I mean, grass is supposed to be bent and walked on. That's the way it works.
But quite literally.
And when they said I was bending the grass, I just sat there and went, "Okay."
But quite literally, though, I honestly don't really. I don't want to like be quoted on this because it never happened to me. I feel like I would literally just look at him, grab a piece of grass out of the freaking ground, and just very slowly bend it and see what they do.
Like I said, some people, I'm tired because we're running out of gravity. You know what I mean?
We are running out of gravity. I noticed this whenever I was running, and I very quickly ran out of breath.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I really hope that that's a meme video and not like somebody actually thinking that we're running out of gravity.
Johnny, you remember me telling you what I heard about the girl saying to the guy that the scientists say we can't go to the sun because it's too hot? And she says, "Why can't we go to it at night?" And I will testify. I will testify on this one. That's exactly what she said.
Do you have anybody to confirm this?
It was a video that I was watching, and it was on TikTok. Not saying that's a reputable source, but yes, it was on a video. He looked stunned.
That's like that's like that like because there's like a failed news thing to where somebody is talking about like freaking burning building that killed 3 people, and they said something like there are 3 people in this burning building to where they are going to die in this fire because of this building burning. And then it gets to another person, and it says, and I quote, the 3 people are stuck in this building and are bound to die because this fire is too hot for their bodies. They're not wrong, but they're not wrong, but that's just like why.
Hey, just remember, they want to put litter boxes in bathrooms and schools.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I say. Why?
okay, 1 second. I got two comments. Are you ready to hear what they were?
Sure.
Sup, Johnny? Hi. And Johnny, you've been bamboozled by somebody saying that why we can't go to the sun at night. Meanwhile, you say if anteaters can eat ants, why can I eat sand? Why can't I eat sand? That's something you wouldn't get.
Oh, you can eat sand all you want. It's just gonna be a gritty. I'm telling you.
Thing is, though, I gave up my tooth enamel for Lent, so it won't damage my tooth enamel.
You know, I can see you doing that.
Do you not know that you can't give up your tooth enamel?
But I can see you try. If you want lint, I'll get in the dryer and get you some out and hand it to you. Come on.
How about I go over there and do it myself?
It's right there.
Alright. Ready?
What?
Alright then.
Bye. Now, me the way. Children of mine, I'm telling you, sometimes are worse off than I am. Sometimes I sit back and wonder why.
But yeah.
So is the sand eater still there?
No, me and my me and my friends were talking, and like I want to say that this was like last year or 2 years ago. They can correct me on this one, but I said something like, I think I like was acting angry because I didn't like anteaters. It was a complete joke. And then all of a sudden I just come up with, and I quote, if anteaters can eat ants, why can't I eat sand?
Here's a thought for you. If you chew on glass, are you not eating sand? Food for thought. You need sand to make glass.
I'm either gonna make everybody extremely happy, or like an extreme germaphobe very mad. Microorganisms. They are awesome. They are literally just little tiny friends that live on your skin. Now, there's two ways to think about this. Either, number one, you're never alone. Every single time you hop into that empty bed of yours, you're literally sleeping with trillions of microorganisms. Or, no matter how hard I scrub, I'll never be clean. I'm not gonna finish that last part.
No.
Hey, I'm being a good boy.
Yes, sir. I am being good boy. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I love him and I'll hug him and I'll squeeze him and I'll call him George. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Why did I decide to do this with you?
Because you love me and I thought of it, I think. Maybe. Or we thought of it together. Two fools' brains put together.
I know you were the one that thought of the idea, and both me and you together was thinking of a name. You decided the name, and I pretty much just kind of did the whole entire YouTube side.
That's because I'm an idiot.
No, that's because you haven't really done anything like this before.
Well, I'm technologically an idiot. I'm
Alright
a
then.
techno idiot.
Techno idiot.
Uh-huh. New term. Let's put it in the dictionary.
Isn't there actually like a website that you can literally like make new words and try to put it as part of the dictionary?
I have no idea. Someone who does not understand technology. Techno idiot. There, it's been defined for you.
Wait, now I actually have to do some searching. Can I find a website to where I can just do that? Website, dictionary, um, word creator. I think that's something else.
Hey, Tony,
Hmm.
I only have one thing to say to you.
What?
Upside down cow on fire.
What?
Upside down cow on fire.
All right
The
then.
lawnmower runs like a demon. My eye won't, my right eye won't close. My left eye won't open. The story.
The story of your life?
Zap. Mowing lawn, making sure the electric fence is off. Think of the TikTok story I let you listen to.
Oh.
Yeah, upside down cow on fire. Mm, mm, mm. But we're gonna have to cut this so that we can get other things done today. So what do you think?
Sounds good to me.
Under the break?
I'll let you decide if you want to stay here for this part or not. I'm just gonna do my average outro.
No.
So I pressed the wrong button. 1 second. I accidentally went into like my like full-fledged face cam to where it's only me. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I hope you guys like this, and why don't I just do the freaking... I should probably just do Fool's Journey outro first, and then my outro.
Hey, look at
So...
it this way. Look at it this way. Tell them a joke. Always leave them laughing.
Hmm, joke. I'm searching up a joke. I'm searching up 100 funny jokes.
See, most of mine are
100 funny
rated R.
jokes. I went to my screen. That's the wrong one. 100 funny jokes.
They have to be nice. I got an idea. Let's put a frog in a blender.
Once my father came home and found me in front of a roaring fire. That made my father very mad, and as we didn't have a fireplace.
Sounds good to me. Hey, this is Black Wim 42. We will talk on the next go round.
Your mother has been with us for 20 years, said John. Isn't it time she got a place of her own? My mother?
There you-
replied Helen. I thought she was your mother.